Hi guys, thanks for watching my video. This is going to be my March favourites, but they're going to come at the end of the video. I haven't got a huge amount, so what I thought I would do is actually revisit some of my previous favourite videos. So I went back as far as September and October last year. I don't actually do favourite videos every month. I don't find I have necessarily enough products to fill a video every month. So I thought, let's go back to last year. And like I said, I went back to September and October. I kind of didn't go back any further in through the summer months because I think our makeup changes a little bit and perhaps our skincare changes a little bit in the different seasons. So I just thought I'd go back so that we're still kind of in the cooler months, like we still are here, and just sort of show you what were my favourites back then, if I've carried that forward and I'm still enjoying the products, and if I'm not, maybe what I bought in place of it, etc, etc. So that's where we're going to go with this video. So I'm just, like I say, going to revisit a few of the oldies, see if I still like them, and then I will touch base on what I actually do like from March. So starting with September, I said my favourites for September were these palettes from Maybelline, the Burgundy Bar and the Blushed Nudes. And yes, I do still like them. I'd probably go for, I don't know, which would I go for the most? I would have originally said the Blush Nudes, but looking at the colours in the Burgundy Bar, I really like the Burgundy Bar, and that might be because I have a new palette from this month to tell you about, and the shades are quite similar. They're quite sort of nice wintry shades. There's some lovely bits of shimmer here with the gold and the bronzes. I must say, do too much with these red sort of tones. It's a bit too much of a heavy look for me. But yeah, have I reached for it? I have and I haven't. I've dipped in and out. It's one of those palettes that I think it's really good to have in your collection because of the colour ranges, and this one's really cute because of all the lighter shades there and the sort of more wearable. I do really like this one, which is this one here, these sort of the grey shimmer there, and this one's slightly darker. I do actually like those shades a lot, and it's kind of like an everyday nice, not really sure how to do your eye makeup, need to crack on though and go to work, so sort of wash a bit of those shadows over and you're done. So I do like them. I think they're going to last me long enough for me to say I probably wouldn't need to repurchase them, because by the time I do there'll be other palettes and you probably wouldn't be able to get these then. So I'm pleased that I've got them. Then I would go on to say, I mentioned in September, I'm not going to keep saying my September favourites, but sorry if I do make reference to it, alright? I mentioned these two products from the Rimmel #Insta. This is the Flawless Skin Tint in light medium 006, and this is just the 2-in-1 setting and priming and setting, I should say, spray. Absolutely love both of these products. I'm still on this one, I think, so don't use it every day. I will definitely repurchase this. I don't think I've repurchased it. Is this the second one? I can't remember. But if I haven't already, I definitely will. I'm nearly needing some more. I'm probably about halfway through. This one repurchased many times and already have a backup. Really like that. Next, I'm just grabbing here. I did mention the Baliste 2-in-1. It's the Invisible Dry Shampoo and Conditioner. I also mentioned this in my hair video. If you haven't seen last week's video, I do mention this. It's kind of, I do use it when necessary. I'm not a great lover of dry shampoo, let alone with a conditioner in it as well. So that's why I don't reach for it. Would I repurchase this? Yes, if I didn't have a dry shampoo and I think I needed one, I would repurchase it. But I've still got, you know, quite a bit left. And like I say, I bought this in September, so I don't get through them very often, just because I'm not a fan of dry shampoos, really. But what I am a fan of is the Stafford Coco Loco Light Serum Spray. Mentioned this many times before. Absolutely love it. Have a backup already. And it's just a lovely scented light oil that I just spray on my hair. Again, both of these products were mentioned in last week's video, strangely. I will link to that video perhaps down below if you wanted to go and check it out. But yeah, that's a really lovely product. Gorgeous. So I also mentioned last year a mascara, and this was the L'Oreal's Paradise Ectatic. There's no S in it, it's just EXTAT. It's the paradise, we all know it. Absolutely did really enjoy this. I still got it. I don't use it every day because I have so many different mascaras. It's probably a little bit gloopy now, and I probably wouldn't get the same effect from it now because it's been in my collection for like 5 months and it should be replaced. Would I replace? Yes, I would, definitely. This little highlighter stick, it's a cream stick from Collection. If you can see that, a bit of a shimmer, a light shimmer going on there, and I like gold highlighters, sorry, more when I got a tan and when perhaps the summer's here. I do wear a gold highlight, but I do prefer sort of more of that sort of moonlight, light champagne, more of a tone on my skin. Kind of suits my skin tone a little bit better, and that's really fab. Like I say, that's the Speedy highlighter from Collection, and it's in 01 Pearl Sheen. Really like it. It's going to last me a long time, but I would repurchase it. Right, next I want you to give a shout out to this, and this is from Revolution, and it's a Duo Brow Definer. I kept the box even. I'm glad I did, because when I went back through my favourites and it listed this one in the description, I was like, I don't know what that is. I haven't been able to find that one in my collection, or it must have been rubbish and that's why I just can't find it. I probably ditched it. I happened to find the box, and then I thought, well, that looks very much like the product I've been using every day. And I actually thought this one was from Primark because all the wordage had been rubbed off, but it's not. It's from Revolution, and basically I'm in the shade light brown, and it's one of the tapered end ones, not a pointy pencil. It's one of the squared off ones, and I just find that so easy to apply. I don't do too much to my brows. I just literally sharpen up that underline, as it were. Just blend a little bit at the front, fill in a little bit on the tail, job done. Put a eyebrow gel on top. The only thing I don't like about it is the spoolie they give you on the end. It's harsh, it's not very nice at all, so I never do that end, but absolutely love that pencil, and I will definitely repurchase, because I actually was pleasantly surprised that it was Revolution, because they're a bit hit and miss, some of those products, aren't they? So I was well chuffed with that. Next I wanted to mention a Primark black eyeliner, pretty sort of standard. It's nice. It's a retractable one. It doesn't retract, but it does roll up. Nice, black, soft, can't go far wrong. But the one I actually really like is from Laura Geller, and it's got a nice little bit of rubber on the pencil bit there, so you sort of hold your hand nicely. It's a bit more opaque, it's soft, it is my favourite, I must say. I don't dislike the Primark one, but I do like the Laura Geller one best. So now we're moving on to mainly my October favourites, and I mentioned a couple of sort of Hydra gel moisturisers, quite a serum-y texture. This one's from L'Oreal and it's the Hydra genus. I'm quite low on it. I'm down here. It's taken me 3 or so months. I don't reach for it every day at all. I use my regular favourite of the time moisturiser and just pat this on if I just need a little bit more hydration and glowiness to my skin. Around the same time I bought the Simple Hydrating Booster. I have repurchased this one, I think just because I saw it on offer, so it was reduced, so I think I'll get a backup. I haven't needed to go into that one. I'm still on my first one. I think I'll use them all up, and then if I'm honest and I was going to buy another one, I would probably buy the L'Oreal Hydra genus. So I also mentioned the Kiehls Micro-blur Skin Perfector. Absolutely love this. This is my second tube and I have a backup. Again, I don't use it every day. Sometimes if my skin just needs a little bit more help in the smoothing out of all the fine lines and I just want my makeup just to go on a little bit smoother, then I reach for this one. Absolutely love it. My Dermaroller I also mentioned back in October, and yes, I am still using it. Nowhere near as often as I used to. I probably reach for this now not even once a week, maybe once a fortnight. And why is that? I ask myself, probably just because I forget to do it. I do like it. I do like using the Dermaroller and then putting all my lovely face creams in and just letting it all sink in. So yes, definitely still using Dermaroller, just not quite so fanatically as I was. I also mentioned by L'Oreal, the Rivitalift serum. Absolutely love everything L'Oreal does in skincare, really. It's a hydrating, smoothing serum. Love it and will definitely repurchase. Now, there was a primer I mentioned, and that's also from L'Oreal, and it's the Lumi Magique Base Concentrate something pure light primer. Love this. It's very, very glowy. It comes out the tube quite white. Can you see that blob? And you just sort of, I won't blend it all the way in so you can sort of see it there. Really like it if I just want a bit of glow. I don't tend to go all over the face with it. I tend to sort of prime around my eye cheekbone area with it if I want a bit of glow. But I thought I'd mention here a primer that I have dipped in and out of. I've probably had it for over 6 months, but of late, again, I just absolutely love this product. It sticks your makeup to your face and just keeps it looking really special all day. That's all I can say about it, and I'm definitely gonna repurchase it. And it's the Max Factor Face Finity All Day Primer. It's got SPF 20 in it, and I'm down to about here, so I will be needing a new one soon, but I just really like it. I kind of forget about it sometimes, go on and use some of my other ones, and then I go back to it, and my makeup just looks really nice on the days that I've used it. Okay, so a couple of foundations, and that was the Bourjois 123 Perfect. Basically, they're colour correctors as well as foundations. I think I liked these in the month of October because we've been on holiday in September, and I was obviously getting a bit of a tan because these are quite dark shades, even though I've got, what did I get? Oh, I've got vanilla, which is kind of my shade across a lot of ranges, and I've got light beige, and I think that is because I wanted to take it on holiday. I kind of mix the two a little bit. I do really like it. I like the finish of it. I think it does colour correct a bit, but I think I'll reach for this a bit more in the warmer months, in the next few months, and going on through the summer. So yes, really do like the Bourjois 123s. I'd also mentioned Max Factor, a little quad I've got there, and this one's number 10, Alluring Nude. And basically, you've got your 4 shades even there. You've got the cream, a brown, a darker brown, and almost like a cool tone brown grey. Now, if I'm going to reach for any of these shades, I'm making a right mess of the palette now, I must say. It's the grey, the cool tone one on the end there. That kind of suits my colouring a bit more. It's nice. Would I repurchase it? Yes, I would, but I have so many other palettes with these sort of shade ranges, so I wouldn't rush to get it, but do really like it. Then we have a lip liner I mentioned. I really like this, and look, I've sharpened it, so it's got smaller and smaller and smaller, and it's from the company called Boutique, which you can actually buy in Sainsbury's over here, and it's just in the shade. It's a real sort of peachy shade. Can I see the name? It's called Chinese Whispers, and it's just a really light peach. Can you see it down here? So if I'm wearing any kind of peachy shade, nudie, browns, anything like that, this is the lip liner of choice, and I really like it. Sorry about this mark here, guys. It's a burn. I burnt myself on the iron, and it's yet to heal up. So that's that. I'd also mentioned the lip repair from Blistex. It's the relief cream. Absolutely essential for me to have this. Really like it if you get cracked lips, and I don't just mean cracked dry lips on your lips. I mean, this really helps if you get cracks in the side of your lips, because it just sort of soothes and heals it up. So I love that, but I've had really dry lips this winter for some reason, so I've gone on to try from La Roche-Posay their lip cream balm. Yes, barrier repairing balm, and also this one from, how do you say that? Eucerin. Eucerin? I've never actually said that word out loud, so I'm not sure if that's correct. But again, it's an intensive lip balm, and it's just to sort of clear up that dry top lip I've got. It's just really stubborn, but I've been really loving those, but still do like the Baliste as well. Right, so jumping forward now, I'm going to talk about my March favourites. Okay, so this is only a sample, I know, but I have used it enough to know that I want to buy the full size. It's from Kiehls, in case you didn't recognise it, and it's the Daily Revive Concentrate. Is that what it's called? Daily Reviving Concentrate, okay? Yeah, oh, what more can I say about it? I've used it 3 or 4 times now. First time I used it, I just put it on after my serum and then put makeup immediately, not immediately, but put makeup on top of it without putting anything else in between. And my makeup just looked really fab that day. No primer, nothing. Everything just stayed there really nicely. Anyway, next time I tried it, I thought, oh, I'm going to put a little bit of moisturiser on top of it because I wanted a bit of SPF. And it was really nice as well. I was so impressed. So I just sort of probably got another couple of applications because you don't actually need too much. A couple more applications in here and I'm definitely going to get the full size, and I really, really like that. So I wanted to mention that, and then I can pop it up there out the way. Right, I'm grabbing anything here, guys. So I bought a new blusher because the old one I've had for so long, I felt it's probably some bacteria would probably jump off of it if I opened it. Gosh, you know, I've had it like, I don't even keep blushes for a long time, but I've probably had it 3 years maybe, and I have sort of still used it. Anyway, I bought the new version, and it's Collection Soft Glow Blusher, and I have the colour Trouble, number 4. Absolutely love it. If you like a nice mauvey, pinky toned blusher, absolutely no peach or anything in there, if you just want to steer clear, if you're doing sort of that pinky mauve blush, that's the one for you. It's got a tiny little bit of a shimmer going on through it, but it's so nice. It just sits nicely and suits my complexion, so I love that. Right, next up, Super Facialist. Absolutely love Super Facialist, and I love this Retinol Plus Anti-Aging Restoring Serum. It's not like a, well, I'll show you, it's like a white serum, you know, it's not like the clear ones, but it is so nice, really. First time I used it, I've actually written a blog post about Super Facialist and the products that I have, because I absolutely love everything I own from this brand. Again, that'll be linked below via my blog post at Escape with Vicky. So yeah, this first time I used it, I put it on of a night time, and in the morning I sort of thought, oh, my face, it doesn't feel quite so moisturised. I don't know, it feels a bit tight. I thought, oh, I wonder if it's this product. I'm not sure if I like this feeling. You know, I kind of associated tight with dry. Anyway, continued to use it, and the more I used it, the more I realised I totally messed that up in my head. Tight and dry were not the words that I should have used. It's firming. I can't, it's really hard to describe, but I just felt, obviously where my aging process is pretty much is around my eye area. There's other things occurring, guys, but you know, it's around the eye area, and I could just see a difference with this. Everything just felt a little bit smoother, can I say? A little bit tighter and firmer, but all in a good way. So absolutely love that, would highly recommend it. And I think they also do a night cream, although I have got a new night cream, not in this range, in the Super Facialist range, but not in the Retinol range. But anyway, that's a goal for the future. So next I've got a little, well, it's a highlighter actually, but I use it as blush. It's from Revolution, and again, if you get a good product from Revolution, they're pretty darn good. There are some hits and misses, like I say. So this is the Vivid Baked Highlighter. And do you know, the main reason why I purchased this one is because every time I went to Superdrug to try and find Tanya Burr's, you know, she's got that range of highlighters. Well, I have the goldeny one. I don't know if there's a darker one. I can't remember the colours. I'm sure there was 3. But one of them was sort of like a pinky cheek colour. So it sort of was a bit of a blush stroke highlighter in that nice sort of pinky peony or something, I think it's called. I could never get that any time I went into my Superdrug, and I still can't. And that product's probably been out since last summer. Can't get it. So the closest I could find anything like it was this colour. I don't use it as a highlight. I don't, you know, I'm too pale to get away with using this as a highlighter, but absolutely love it for a blush. You literally just pop it on your cheeks and just swoosh it up a little bit, you know, blend it in with your highlighter, and it just gives, it's almost like a cheek topper, and I love it, absolutely love it. So I don't think, like I say, I'm going to get through that in a hurry, but I'd like to try Tanya Burr's out in comparison, but really, really like that one. Oh, and it's actually called Rose Gold Light. Alright, so let's just mention a couple of nail polishes. This is by Rimmel, and they're the Super Gels. I've never actually used these. This one's from the Kate range, and this one's not. This one is in 091 English Rose, and it's got French manicure written on the lid. I just slap it all over my nails. One coat is pretty clear, 2 coats takes it to that light pinky sort of manicure-ish French manicure shade, but I just put it all over my nails, and I really like that one. And because I really like that one, I went back and bought this one from, this is in the Kate range, and it's 012 Soul Session. I have it on my nails now. It's very nude, but it's got a little hint of a pinky rose to it, and I've just got 1 coat on there on top of this one. And I really, really like it. My nails are growing at the moment. I'm taking vitamins, so whether that's helping or not, I don't know. And I'm also using as well, guys, Burt's Bees. I mentioned this in one of my videos, not a favourites, but back in the day. And it's the Lemon Butter Cuticle Cream. I don't know, apart from the smell, it's gorgeous. I don't know if this is helping, but I've been using this since Christmas, and my nails are finally, what are we, nearly April, kind of at the length I want them to be. So I don't know if it's a combination of the vitamins I'm taking or that cuticle cream, but these nail varnishes sit really nice, and they last really, really well. I don't know if it says how long it's supposed to last. Some of them say up to 7 days, don't they? I'm not going to get that much wear out of it, but really chuffed. They definitely last a good 3 or 4 days, and that's really good for me. So next would be, oh my gosh, this is a bit top heavy for Revolution. I haven't bought anything in there for so long, and then there you go. Anyway, this is the Conceal and Define that came out relatively recently, and I do like it. I've got the shade C4. It was a little bit tricky trying to find shades. You know, there was just all these numbers and letters, and I didn't really know where to go with that. But I found my shade. It's relatively light, and what I do, it's not a heavy duty concealer. I don't know what the marketing was all about for it, but everybody was liking it to the Tarte Shape Tape. But you can see it here, you know, it is what it is. It's a concealer. It's, like I say, it's you've got to blend it out actually quite quickly. I hadn't noticed that before. Yeah, it's not heavy coverage, and I tend to use a different concealer on my real dark circles here, and I tend to use this one just sort of in this area where the dark circles hit the cheeks, just to lighten and brighten this area here, and I really like it for that. I would definitely repurchase that one. Really, really enjoy it. Right, last couple of things, boys and girls. Right, so I've got palettes, and this was mainly, I'm going to talk all of them because this is kind of what I'm doing with my eyes on a daily basis. So through the month of March, I've got to tell you about it, haven't I? So it's Rimmel, and it's this one, the Magnified Nude Edition. Don't know if I've just butchered that, but anyway, 001 Nude Edition. Absolutely love it. It's got all the colours there. I've hardly used, I will say, the darker ones, these 4 on the end. Hardly touched them, even though this grey shade looks like it might be nice. It's quite dark. But all of these I've dipped in and use very often. They're beautiful. I go in with mainly the matte shades, obviously, to start off with a little bit of my nude palette from W7. Absolutely love this one. Every so often it goes away and then it comes back, because this shade here, it's quite a light grey. They're all mattes, and that's a really nice wash of grey which I put all over my eyelid first up to get a nice even base. Then I'll go in with any one of these shades that takes my fancy, and the little shimmer shades there are really nice if you just wet your eyeshadow brush and then dab that just on your eyelid. That's really cool. Love that. And if I haven't been using that, I've been using my Bourjois Quad, and Again, goes away and it comes back. This is the upside brown. Absolutely love it. This shade here I tend to use sort of on my outer corners and use as an eyeliner, and then this goldy brown shade just sort of goes all over the lid, and I really like it. And there's a good 4, maybe more different colourways for this, and I've got 3 of them I think, but this is the one I reach for. So that's all my makeup and beauty stuff for March, and I've just got 2 items of clothing. So when I say clothing, I mean clothing for my feet, and this is my new Vans, and I love them. I love the colour. I was just going to go for black, and I'll tell you something, you want a pair of black and white Vans in Exeter, they go. The minute the shop gets a delivery, they are gone. So I couldn't find them. I just casually go in every other Saturday, something like that, have a mooch around. Oh, have you got any size 6s? No, sorry, we've got none in stock. And that's what I've just been getting all the time. So I thought, do you know what? I'm not going to have a pair of black and white ones because obviously everybody's wearing them. So I got these instead. And they're kind of, they're not burgundy, although they're kind of looking a bit raspberry on the camera there. But they are, oh, like a deep terracotta, shall we say, to a pale raspberry. Anyway, we all know what Vans looks like. These are really comfy, and I'm breaking them in because they're going to get a lot of walking this summer. And I just wanted to mention this scarf because I've had my eye on it in Primark. It's soft and cosy and fluffy, and it's, what you can see, it's red, it's black, and it's brown, kind of tartan-esque. But it was about £6 or £7 originally. And you know when you got a load of scarves and you think, I really don't need another one, and that's quite a lot of money for a scarf in Primark. Nah, I'm not going to get it. Anyway, went back a few weeks ago, down in the sale for £3. So I got it, and I absolutely love it. It's so warm and cozy. Anyway guys, that's the end of that. I hope you've enjoyed it. I appreciate that might have been a bit of a long video, but I wanted to recap because I think that's always really good to know. You know, you might be enjoying something for a few weeks, but then are you still going to like it 2 or 3 months later? And some of these eyeshadow palettes just aren't cheap to buy, so it's worth knowing if actually first impressions can be really good, but then that first impression wears off. So anyway, I hope that was informative in some way to you. Please click the like and subscribe and share and do all of that malarkey. Like I say, everything I've mentioned today will be listed in the down bar. So will my blog and my other social media bits and pieces. If you like Superfacialist as well, I have just done an extra little blog post for Easter weekend just about the products that I've been enjoying from them, and I do really like them. So that might be worth a little read, and that'd be great. Anyway, enough of me. I will see you very soon. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Bye, 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 bye.